Show of hands. How many of you have ever dreamed a big dream for yourself, tried to make it happen, and then life got in the way? COVID, finance, kids, good old-fashioned fear. All right. So how many of you have ever made a to-do list for your business or your health, and then you forgot about it? And then you found that under the couch like a year later, and it was kind of sticky and faded. So if you look to the left in this room, just look to the left and look to the right. Only 1 out of 10 of you who set goals for your future will actually achieve them. Is that possible? I mean, how could that be true? We know what to do, right? You make a list, you start working on it, and then all of a sudden, things happen. Maybe you grew up in a family where to dream a big dream wasn't even an option. Like it was forbidden. You know, kid, you got to have smaller dreams. Be more like our family. For you to change, that threatens us. Beliefs, expectations, and some people from our past are going to put a big roadblock between you and your dream. Am I right? But what if I told you that if you drew a picture of your future and you put it somewhere you could see it and take action on it every day, that you could improve your chance of success by 42%? Wait a minute. I draw a bad picture. I slap it on the dashboard of my car or my mirror. I look at it. I do some stuff. 42%? Yeah, 42%. How many of you would do it? Yeah. So why does that work? Because when you create a strong connection between you and your future self, you make better decisions in the here and now. And so that's how our brain works. It sequences together a series of pictures that create a story of reality. But you bring that reality to life through action and focused emotional attention. Now, what is focused emotional attention? That's you daydreaming, using your imagination, and believing that you can achieve that future you. How many of you believe you can achieve that future you? Raise your hand. All right, well, I'm going to give you a tool today to show you how to solidify that, how to make that happen. Because I've drawn pictures for people all around the world, from the Dalai Lama to Bill and Melinda Gates to people in Hollywood. But let me just say that the picture that you draw for yourself is the most powerful. And I know because it happened for me. Before I was a speaker or business person, entrepreneur, I was an actor. I wasn't really an actor. I was a performance artist. Does anybody know the difference? Okay, a performance artist is somebody who does some bad mime, a rap they made up, a movie they made in high school. They mix it all together, and then they subject an audience to it for an indeterminate amount of time. And after one of my friends saw me perform, she's like, you know, you should really go to New York and get some real acting lessons. And I was like, But I thought, okay, I'll go. So I went and stayed with this Broadway actress. Now, I had never known anything about Broadway. I wasn't interested in Broadway. But staying with her, she introduced me to it. She had me stand behind that red velvet curtain and wait for the lights to come on. She said, where the best place to have opening night party be Tavern on the Green. You got to have it there. And if you were going to be on Broadway, she'd ask me, who would you like to meet? Now, I'm old, so this is who I wanted to meet. Eddie Murphy and Lily Tomlin. Those two people. And then after this summer in New York City, I go back to Seattle where I'm living, schlepping burritos at Mama's Mexican Kitchen. And as I'm delivering food, I'm thinking to myself, oh, if I was on Broadway, God, and I would imagine this and I'd play it over and over in my head. And then at night, I'd go home and I'd just sketch out these little pictures. Now, I don't know how to draw, but I would just, in my journal, I'd think, oh, this would be cool, that would be cool. I'd write it out there. And then one day, not long after that, I get a call to audition for a show. They're looking for performance artists. So I go down to the stage door of the Seattle rep with my resume, and I'm in a line that goes all the way around the block. And when I get up there, they want me to do a dance routine. And they show me this little dance routine, and I can't dance. So I just do my own version of it, a little pop and lock, and then I fall down dead. And this amazing thing happens. I get into the show. And then the show goes from this little tiny theater at the Seattle Rep to the main stage. And then 6 months later, it goes from the main stage to the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. And 6 months later, where does it go? Broadway. Opening night party is where? Tavern on the Green. And during the run of the show, who do I get to meet? No, Steve Martin and Robin Williams. Right? But I thought, how did that happen? And only many years later was I sitting at a business meeting, and that's a long road, we won't go there. But in that meeting, I was the youngest person there, the youngest consultant, and everybody was vying for the work. And a guy got to the front of the room and he drew a picture of what we were talking about. And suddenly I was like, oh, that's it. If you draw a picture of what you want, and then you put it somewhere that you can make and take action on it, it changes everything. So that's what I'm going to show you today. I've finessed it over those years. It's called Draw Your Future. And so everybody, 98% of the people I meet says to me, my drawing skills suck. Would you agree? Hold up your hand if you feel your drawing skills suck. Okay, good. So what's great about it is you don't need to know how to draw, but you do need to warm up. So the first thing I want you to do is get your template, which is in front of you. It looks just like this. Get a template and make sure you have a pen. If you have your own favorite pen with you, use that, or you can use the ones I put on the table. Okay? Make sure you got a pen. And then I want you to hold your pen in the air, and I want you to do, I have to wait for him. He's getting his template and passing him out to everybody. He's being polite. I like that. Hold your pen in the air. I want you to do this with your pen. This simple act of drawing the infinity symbol integrates your brain. It drops your ego, so you're not so worried about what you're going to draw, and it boosts your brain power. Next, I want you to turn your pen on, click that button, and I want you to I'm going to get my pen too. I just want you to doodle a little border around the outside of your paper. Just doodle a border. Because doodling calms down your amygdala. That's the part of your brain that wants to keep you safe from harm. It's dangerous. And so you got to calm it down. And then this is going to boost your creativity. And now let's teach you some really simple basic drawing skills. So look this way. And on your scratch paper in front of you, I gave you a couple of pieces of this. So grab a piece and hand it out to your pals next to you at the table. And I want you to just, on that scratch paper, not on your main paper, on your template. I'm going to do it on the template because I own the template. So I want you to just draw a square, this is really a rectangle. I want you to draw a sun, just a circle. And then I want you to just put a period, a comma, and a line. Now, everything in the universe comes from these basic shapes. So you got to draw big and bold. No matter, that's what I learned. I didn't know how to draw. I saw the guy draw. He's making a lot of money. I'm going to learn how to do that. So I did. And I started by just being bold. And so now let's turn this into a building by putting the number 7 on it, like it's windows. And I'm going to put a little doorway there. And then let's turn it into the sun. The way we did when we were kids, and then put an emoji face in there, like your favorite one right now. Here's mine. My favorite one's this. This is when I send an email, and I haven't really scrubbed it. Okay, now, I want you to just up in that cloud on your paper, I want you to write your name. Write it with bubble letters or write it in however you want, a scrolly thing, but write in this cloud up here. Just put your name where I have reimagine. Okay, good. One last thing. On your scratch paper, don't put it away yet, because what I found is the hardest thing to draw are people, really. I mean, we think we know how to draw people, and then we draw stick figures, am I right? So when you thought I drew this, then we could turn that into a stick figure. No. None of us have round heads. So let's choose somebody, in the room who's got some good hair. You have good hair to draw right there with those glasses on. So I'm going to draw her hair. The first thing you draw when you draw somebody is you draw their hair. Look, here's some good hair. And then you put their chin on it, just on the bottom. And then both of them that I'm looking at, they both have glasses, so that's fun. And a nose is just a wavery line like that. And a smile, so you put a little nose. And if they have a big nose, then you just do a bigger line. And then just put a smile on their face. Now, to put a body on a person, you just do 2 parentheses. Look, so simple. And then just a couple of stick figure legs. That's enough. And now we have a person. All right? So just do that on your page so you get over that fear of drawing yourself, because you're going to have to draw yourself. Okay. All right. Are you ready to go? Now I want you to hold your paper out, what you've drawn so far, and I want you to out loud say, "That is fantastic." Say it with me. That is fantastic. That's not very loud. You better say it again. That is fantastic. Now point to somebody else's drawing and say, "That is fantastic." And yes, that's right. Okay, now, so we got to get the critic out of the room, because you're about to draw your future. So you want to let go of any critical thoughts, because they're going to come screaming to the forefront. But we're going to start by looking at where you are right now, the current state. So you put up there your name. You could also do it for your business. You could do it for anything you're working on and you want to figure out what's going on. So on the left side of your picture here, now how many of you are analytical? Raise your hand. Okay, analyticals. This is not a list we're about to make, okay? You're going to draw on here, but you're not going to make a list. You're going to scatter it around the page. So I want you to think about how things are going for you right now, right? In your world. What's going well with your business, your entrepreneurship, your brand, all that stuff. What's going well and what's challenging? And so always start with what's going well. And so you think about it. I'm just going to give an example first. So maybe you got it. This is your fantastic business you're thinking of. You want to make a lot of money. And then like what Gail was saying, like where are the investors, right? Who's investors, right? And so, or would people like that? So you want to put what's going well, like maybe you have a team that are working for you, right? In 2 separate cities, right? But maybe it's challenging. The personalities are challenging. Or maybe you're just starting your business, your online business, and you want it to blast off, but you're not sure. How do I find the right talent, right? So I want you to, on this side of your page, write in words what's going well, like brand or idea or whatever, money. And then what's challenging? Money, team, etc. Okay? I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Go. You're so quiet and polite. You can make noise in here with me. I'm loud. You can be too. Write in words and add some pictures. It's both things that make a difference. As those things flow into your brain, just jot them down, write them down as quickly as you can. And then catch the pictures later. So don't get too caught in how good the picture looks, because sometimes that'll slow down your brain. And remember, no list making. Scatter it around your page. Scattering it around the page breaks up the continuity of being inside the box. You got to get outside of the box for that future. Okay, now let's start to share. I see you're starting to share with each other. That's good. I like that. Let's share with the room. You share with me, and then I'll try to hear everything you say, but just know that I'm old. I've listened to a lot of loud rap music bouncing down the road in New York City. So just know I want to hear you, so be sure to say it loud. So tell me, who's got something that's going well with what's happening in the world? Who's willing to share? Yes. Okay. All right, so you're getting into politics. Okay, good. Fantastic. Okay, what else is going well for other people? What else? Real estate. All right, so what's going well with it? Okay, good. Great clientele. I'm going to repeat what you say so everybody can hear it. If you hear something that someone says that you think should be on your map, this is all like Shakespeare. You just want to steal stuff from people, and it's okay in this arena to steal. We're not in an IP meeting. Okay, good. All right, so great clientele, and you're selling a bunch of stuff? Yes? Okay, buyer side is challenging? Okay, buyer side's good. Okay, good. Clientele, buyers, they want to give you the money. I love that. Okay, who else got something? Yes, you have something on your map. What's on there? Okay, good. Learning new things. All right, so lots of learning. We all learned a lot during COVID, didn't we? We had to kind of survive, I think, right? And what else? Who else has something? Yes. Fun projects with your kids. Maker stuff? You held up your hands like you were making something. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. All right, good. All right, that's cool. All right. What else? Yes. Okay, social media going good? Okay, cool. All right, social media marketing. All right, now I want you to tell me some things that are challenging for you. Who's got something challenging to share? Yes. A business owner's mindset. Well, I want you to say a little more about it, but say it a little louder for me. Okay, good. So you're always doing that. You got to get yourself to be thinking differently. It's hard to do. Okay. I'm going to put a little tornado there because it scares us. What else is challenging for you? Yes. Say it. What? Yes. Building a customer base. Oh my God. Yes. Finding customers. I just want to say, how many of you find it's hard to find customers? Build customers. Yeah. Oh, look at politician. Yeah, definitely. You should shake everybody's hand in the room. Finding customers. I love that. Yeah, there's so many tricks about it too. And if you can go to everything you never wanted to go to, that's how you find customers, don't you think? Networking. And people, right? So what else is challenging? Yes. Endurance. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a marathon, being an entrepreneur. And you see how easy it is to give up, right? Only 1 out of 10, right? It's easy to give up. So you have to have the stamina, which means you really got to love what you're doing. And you got to find things that you love. So when the things that are really hard, that stuff you can get through. What else? What else is challenging? Yes. Procrastination. Thank you. How many of you have that? I know I do. Procrastination. I'm going to put time in here too, because I think time is probably a big issue. Finding customers, where do we find them? Secret door. Is there a secret pathway to the customer we wish? Anything else we want to add up here? Yes. Creativity. Hard to be creative? Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, good. Creativity in the long game, right? Creativity in the long game. Oh, God. You know, that's why I loved, she said, you know, I came here early. Well, I came here because I learned so much from everybody. You know, you all have something to share with me. I'm going to take every challenge you have and how you've handled it and apply it to my business. Those things are important. Okay, you were going to say something. Then we're moving on to the future. Organization. So keeping it together. Yeah, organizing. Okay, good. I love it. Okay, all right. Now, all right, so you see how much red we got up there, right? So here's the thing about your brain. It will always focus on the red. It's just meant to do that. So you got to shake it up. So everybody stand up. Before we draw the future, you got to stand up. And let's just do this. First thing I want you to do is we're just going to do this. We know how to do this. What's this? The infinity symbol, right? We're just going to do that. Just, All right, now I want you to do the brain gym. I want you to take your right elbow, put it on your left knee like that. And then it's in cross. Yeah, there we go. You cross it over. All right, that's so, you know, when your kids can't focus or you can't focus, get up and do this weird thing because it activates your brain. Okay, take a deep breath in. Let it out. One more time. Deep breath in. Let it out. Okay, now, everybody sit down, and let's sit down as if it is the future. Let's imagine it's 1 year from today in the best possible scenario. The best possible scenario. Anything can happen. All right? 1 year from today, we're here. And on the right side of your picture, remember, don't make a list, scatter it around. I want you to first write down 3 qualities you want to experience in this future state. Like, you want to feel abundant. You want to feel energized. You want to feel successful or courage, or you want to feel confident. You want to feel whatever it is for you. What are those qualities? Capture those 3 things first. What do you want to feel? What will it feel like first? Next, after you have those 3 things, I want you to capture some specifics. Like you want to meet some partners that will help you. You want to have a thriving social media presence. You want to have money flowing in. You want to have maybe a building, or your product is all over the shelves. Or there are so many houses for you to sell, you don't know what to do with. You got to have a whole staff to help you. You feel healed. Any issue you had with your team over here is resolved. Put the things that you want and draw the picture of what that would actually look like. You winning an award. Somebody calling you with the perfect job. and draw a few pictures of unexpected things. Sometimes I'll put on here, surprise me, because I know the universe is just waiting to surprise me, because whatever I'm creating is from my mindset right here. But I want to pretend I'm my future self and create the outrageous. Okay, now, I know you're still working, but I want you to share with somebody sitting next to you what your pictures actually. It'd be fantastic if you shared with somebody you didn't know in the room, because sometimes, like, I've had people get money from people in the table next to them and stuff. So just know that if you're brave, pick up your paper and go to someone else and share only your vision of the future. Your words are powerful, so only speak about it as if this is the reality you will create, okay? So find somebody in the room that you don't know, somebody who's sitting alone, or go get them and go meet that person and show them your vision. I'm going to give you exactly 5 minutes, so 2.5 each. Okay, so switch. Make sure you hear from the other person. Make sure you switch and hear from the other. Okay, come on back to your table then, if you would. Come back. That's good. All right, so now come back. Tell me, share a few things that are on the right side of your picture so we can get some future state things up here. What's on that right side of your picture? Yes. Investment is on the right side of the picture. What are some of those qualities and characteristics that you put down? I'm curious. What'd you put down that you want to feel? Energized. Thank you. What else? Productive. Sense of successful. All right, good. What else? Fulfilled. All right, now let's get into some of those things. Successful, fulfilled. I love these. I love this. I know this room too is this, so I'm going to put it up here. On purpose. You know, we saw a lot of people talk about how important it is to be on purpose. That service, right? Then you're living your purpose, whatever that is. All right, so now give me the specifics. What's happening? Tell me, paint me the picture of your future. What's the picture you drew and what's there? Yes. Did you raise your hand, photographer, Mr. Photographer? No. If you raise your hand, tell me what's on the right side. Okay, being at peace. I love that. Thank you. I got to draw a picture of him. And then, okay, somebody at the back of the room, you can shout it out to me, would you? Freedom? Yeah, freedom. Thank you. That's the one thing I was thinking I want to, if I'm going to put a tattoo on my arm, that's what I want it to say, because we all want freedom. We want freedom of choice. We want freedom of, you know, where we live, what we do, who we do, etc. Right? And so we got to have that kind of freedom. What else? You guys are cracking up. You should crack up louder. If you're going to crack up, really let it out. I mean, come on. Confidence. Thank you. Tell me, too, when your business is successful, what will you see? Who's there? What's happening? Tell me about what's happening with your business or your success. Who's there? Pardon me? Okay, so all right. So you're surrounded by successful people, right? And what about partners? Do you have partners? Yeah. I think this is important. This piece of partnership network is really what makes it. Partners. What else? Yes. Thank you. Support. Okay. What else? Pardon me? Yeah, money to do stuff. Investment. Let's just draw like a bunch of this coming down, shall we? I want to put, too, on my map, I draw this all the time, but now I put a bank right here because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put that right there because otherwise I'm never going to save anything, right? And then I can't do. What else? What else is on your future state in that? What else? Future state. Stability. Thank you. How about anybody have family on the right side? Yeah, more family time. Thank you. These things are important, you know. That honestly, the hardest thing is sometimes the family dynamics. So you got to get your family together and get them on board. Family time. What else? How about anybody have like spirituality over here? Somebody had peace. Who's got their church over here, right? Or whatever you got going on. Okay, good. Is there anything else I should put up here? Yes. Wait, somebody over there. Thank you. Generational wealth. Okay, now, I'm going to come back to you, but not right now. In a second, I am. So now we have where we are right now, this current reality. And we have this desired future reality. And a lot of people said things that you should add to your map if they resonate with you, okay? But now we got to close the gap with the 3 bold steps, because without any elbow grease, nothing gets done. So I want you to look at the left side of your picture. I want you to look at the right side of your picture. And then I want you to close your eyes for a second. Do not fall asleep. Close your eyes. And I want you to ask the universe, whatever out there that you believe, what, and your creative genius is really what we're tapping. What are the 3 boldest things I could do to get myself from here to there? The 3 boldest things. And as soon as you get one, write it down. Then go back and get the others. Now, in all the years I've done these maps, they always fall in 3 categories. The first is bold. The second is often tactical. It's like, get a marketing plan or something like that, right? And the third is a mindset shift that you need to make in order to make this happen. Because a lot of times we hold on to the past and we don't let go of any limiting beliefs that we might have. And those limiting beliefs are the things that interfere, that trip you up the most. So the first one's bold, second is tactical, and the third is a mindset shift. Okay, so this is the time that I think is the time when you need the most help from other people in the room, because sometimes you get stuck and you can't think of something, or maybe that you ate that dessert at lunch, wasn't it good? I started with that. I did not wait. I started right away. I ate that dessert as much as I could. So, now you're sleepy. You might be sleepy. All right, so tell me, who's got a bold step that they're gonna use? Yes. Pardon me? Try harder. Okay. Now, you know what Yoda would say, right? What would Yoda say? Do not try. There is no try. There is only do. So let's just put do. I think do harder. Yep. Even though that's grammatically incorrect, I don't care. Do harder. Do harder. What else is on your map? Do what I say. I love that. What else is on your map? What's a bold step you have? I'm curious. Yep. Okay, good. I love this. So they're make big ideas bigger. Okay. So there's a fun game to play that you might like to try for this, okay? So you put yourself in a room and get a bunch of your friends too. Friends that are successful and who want success and that see your success. And then you give everybody like Post-it notes and a pad. And you have to come up with, each person has to come up with 100 ideas. 100 ideas. And so you just put all those Post-its up on the wall. And some of that stuff is just BS. But honestly, in there are really good ideas. If you look, there will be an idea that if you mix and match something together, you're going to come up with something you never dreamed of. And you think, that's what we should have done a year ago. That's it. Okay? Try that. And anybody else try that. What's on your map? What's your bold step? Yeah, good. I like that. I'm going to put this over here because I think that has to do with this is time management. Time management. All right, so that is really about you creating an action plan, but actually looking at the action plan at the end of the day and then checking the things off. So if you can get yourself into that mindset, I know you have kids, I know you have stuff, I know you're working a bunch of jobs, but if you can get yourself to the place where you can see your success actively, you will become that 1 person in 10. Because it's about programming your brain for success. It gets a dopamine rush every time you solve a problem. But if you solve the problem with a negative reaction or saying something bad about the situation, you get the same dopamine rush. Trust me. You're just ending the sentence in a way. You're solving the problem, but with the thing you'd never want to. And your brain doesn't know the difference. It's like, okay, problem solved, dopamine rush. Oh, you want to watch Instagram? Okay, dopamine rush. You see what I'm saying? So watch how your brain works. It is a tricky monster. Okay, what else is a bold step? What's one of your bold steps? Yep. Okay, so your nemesis is spending. Yeah, I love that. So how about what would be the mindset shift? So stop. You said no needless spending, right? Okay. Consider the choice. Can we put it? Consider the choice. Because I think if you wait a day, a week, you don't want that thing anymore. It's over. If you're done with Instagram and you don't go to shop on the Instagram, right? So, all right. So consider the consequences. So one of the studies, I have like probably 1 minute until I have to be done. So I'm not going to tell you that story. Instead, I'm going to tell you this. Okay. So now you've got these 3 bold steps. These are just examples. And you want to ask people during the rest of the time together, you want to ask them what was a bold step on your map. So they tell you, because when you tell somebody something, it makes you suddenly accountable for it, all right? And so now I know that shopping's your problem too. So you should follow me on Instagram, and then we can be non-spending partners. How about that? Okay? And so you want to get an accountability partner, but you also want to break down that bold step into something you can actually do. If your business doesn't have a marketing plan, you want to make one. It doesn't have to be complicated. The marketing plan is you create a plan, you activate the plan, you measure your success, and then you correct your plan if it doesn't work and you're spending too much money on stuff, right? And so just know that things are easier than you think to solve. But you have to have an action plan. So right away, I want you to choose one of the things on your list, your bold step, and I want you to put one action you're going to do right away as soon as you leave this room or today. You're late, so you won't know how to catch up, but it's okay. You can still come up with one thing you're going to do right away. I'd love that. That'd be fantastic. One thing you're going to do when you leave this session today, you're going to connect with somebody, you're going to call somebody, you're going to get yourself going on that one thing that you've been dreaming about. What's the one thing you're going to do? Study. Thank you. What's the one thing you're going to do? Write about it. What's the one thing you're going to do? Heal the past. Heal the past. That's right. Build your confidence. What's the one thing you're going to do? Okay, good. What's the one thing you're going to do? Okay, I love that. All right, the 4 people that I just asked that one thing, I have something for you. So just remind me and I'll give it to you. I have a copy of my book, my new book that just came out. I'll give you a copy of that, okay? Now, so life is going to throw you all kinds of stuff and you're going to have to deal with it. But the great thing is, you're wired for this. You are all set up to do these things. So anytime that you feel stuck, and you think to yourself, I don't know what I'm doing, I want you to get a piece of paper and a pen, and I want you to do this, and then I want you to do this, and then I want you to step into that picture like this. Kaboom! Thank you.